The next two major soccer tournaments are in Europe, Bob, Euro 2016 and the 2018 FIFA World Cup. You've covered every FIFA event over the past 20 years. How will FIFA approach the security for these upcoming tournaments?
Well, the next tournament is the European Championship, even before we get to Russia 2018. And, Stephen, that is run by UEFA, the European Federation. And just in less than a month, in December 12th, is the draw for that championship tournament. That'll be played in 10 venues across France. So world broadcasters will be gathering. And you see the sign there, and people just on that stadium. I must say, I've been to that stadium. Saint-Denis is a northern suburb of Paris. When I was there in 1998 covering the World Cup, at that point, and I still believe it to be the case, a large North African community that lives in that area. And also at that time, there was a long walk from the stadium to a regional rail station nearby, about a quarter mile, maybe a half mile to get to. And you saw from that picture that people were concerned about going onto the pitch. In that friendly that you showed the tape from earlier, France, of course, winning it 2-0, and people afraid to leave. We understand from the Associated Press here that François Hollande, the president of France, has declared a state of emergency. Certainly, this will incredibly heighten the sense of security and the needs of security around the European Championship. As I said, there will be 10 venues for the European Championships, two of them right there in Paris, Parc de France, which is downtown in Paris, if you will, and this Stade de France, which is more on the periphery of the city. They'll be in Bordeaux, in Lens, Lille, Lyon, Marseille, down on the Mediterranean, down south in Toulouse, Saint-Étienne, and Nice also. So there will be grave concern. But as I said, even before then is the draw for that championship December 12th. And certainly this is an active international weekend. Yeah. Those nations have qualified for the European Championship. They were playing what's called a friendly, as you called it, an exhibition for those who are tuning in with grave interest, just what's happened around that game. But there are games of import, like the game to be played here this evening, an actual World Cup qualifier being played throughout the world on what's called an international date. Now, here in St. Louis, we're at Busch Stadium, the home of the Cardinals, a great ball yard, and they're playing in front of what is expected to be a sellout. The U.S. Against St. Vincent and the Grenadines. About 45 minutes ago, I spoke with an official from the U.S. Soccer Federation who told me, even before the events in Paris today, that this event had been staffed in terms of security as a national event, which means there is a resident FBI agent here coordinating security, that bomb sweeps are part of that protocol. But even after the word could come in from Paris about the events throughout the city, as the New York Times is currently describing it, Paris under siege, there was a meeting between the FBI and local security from St. Louis police. They feel they have things in hand, so no elevated visible sense of security here at this point, but just coming in, as always, a high level. And whenever the United States soccer team travels internationally, it is heightened security because it is the U.S. national team. So again, grave concerns around Euro 2016, which United States will not be part of that. But here, certainly, tonight, a sense that they have security addressed for this game.